My name is Kent Oliver. I'm the director of the Nashville Public Library, and it is a pleasure to welcome you here today to your new Bellevue Branch Library. We were just visiting before I stepped up to the podium, and I'm going to take credit for the weather today, so since it's a library opening. But obviously this library has been several years in the making, but once you get inside, I believe that you all will all find that it was well worth the wait. I can also tell you that everybody at the Nashville Public Library is thrilled to open this library facility, and judging by this great turnout, I think you probably are ready to have it open. In a few minutes, I'll be going through some of the great features of this building you're about to go into. But first, I would like to call on Councilwoman Sherry Weiner to say a few words. Councilwoman Weiner has been a great advocate for this library and a champion of this project and a true library partner. Councilwoman.
Thank you, Kent. Can everybody hear me? Can I take this off?
Yeah.
Okay, it comes with my day job. So first, thank you, Kent. Thank you, Bellevue, for coming out in such big numbers. Mayor Dean, this library stands as testament to the promise that you made to this community at the beginning of your first term. You saw the need and you fulfilled it. So obviously we're thrilled, and thank you. As you will see, the library is a story of Bellevue. Fittingly, the tree that so many of our families picnicked under and played under has been repurposed, recycled if you will, into birds that you will see flying inside. It's just magnificent. And we need to thank our own Brenda Stein, who is over there, Bellevue's Brenda Stein, for creating this stunning work. Council members Mitchell and Tigard, who are here in the front, guys, we cannot thank these two enough. How many of you in this audience stuffed envelopes, wrote letters 14 years ago with Charlie? There were a ton of us. It was a stunning work. It galvanized this community, and look at what we have as a result. It's just amazing. Wait till you see inside. So Bo kept this front and center, and it was key to his mission to help Bellevue move forward. And were it not for Bo's involvement in the Taste of Bellevue as well, it would not have been the stunning success twice that it was. So we thank both of you. And to the friends of the Bellevue Library, the innovators, the creators, the implementers, the workhorses of this library and of the Taste of Bellevue, for which we raise substantial funds. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The location of this facility makes a statement. The heart of Bellevue now has convenient access to technology and resources for adults, and located on school grounds, it has educational and expanded resources readily available for our children. Thank you to the immediate neighbors while living through the construction. I can't tell you how much we appreciate your patience. It has paid off for this entire community. Early on in the process, we knew that we as a community needed to raise additional funds in order to really get the additional things that we needed for this facility. You know, Bellevue history is filled with stories of families, small businesses, and a strong sense of community. Our local historian, Bob Allen, who's sitting here in the front, was one of the key providers of the information that is shared in the electronic history wall that's prominently displayed as you enter the library. The Exchange Club, long tied to Bellevue history and community engagement, provided $10,000 in funds for the creation of the wall and also purchased our pastries today that were created by Bellevue's own nationally recognized Lori Burcham of Crumb de la Crumb. So for them, we say thank you. The timing couldn't be better, or the weather either. Thanks, Kent.
No problem.
Bellevue is on a transformative trajectory. Our new library will serve as a focal point for our current neighbors and for those new neighbors to our community. A new library supports education, engagement, and opportunities for all ages. It's been a long time coming, and as you will see, well worth the wait. Thank you. Kent?
You got it.
I don't want to break it.
You won't. There you go.
Oh, yeah, I will.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Between the wind and the microphone, this could be a challenge, but we'll make it happen. Bellevue is a great neighborhood with avid readers, and we know that. Because of your love for reading and learning, you help make the old Bellevue Branch Library an incredibly busy place. Those of you who used to visit the old location will appreciate one thing immediately about this building behind me. It is 5 times larger than the previous building. That means more space for more books and more community gatherings and more room in general. We've added 17,000 new books, movies, and DVDs to the collection that will total 60,000. We have 32 public computer workstations. We also have laptops and iPads that can be checked out in the building. You may recall that the previous building only had 9 workstations. We also want to invite you to take advantage of the new vending cafe that you will have in this space. And when the weather gets warmer, or like today, relax on our reading porch or make a few laps around the surrounding walking path. We've also built a very special place for teens called Studio NPL. We want students to come to Studio NPL to work on art projects, manufacture their own designs on the 3D printer, tinker on robotic kits, and make music. And of course, we can't wait for Bellevue's parents and grandparents to bring their own young bookworms to learn as they play and read in the new interactive children's area. None of what I've described would be possible without the many people who shared the vision for this library. And I do want to personally thank a number of people that helped bring us here today. First of all, our Metro government officials, Mayor Carl Dean, Metro Councilman Charlie Tigert, Councilwoman Sherry Weiner, and State Representative Bo Mitchell. We had some great planners and contractors that helped us develop the vision for this building. Hastings Architecture, Messer Construction, and Anode, who did our technology pieces. Our collaborating Metro departments, Metro General Services, Metro ITS, our technology people, and the Metro Arts Commission. And I want to say one thing that you may not know about most of these library buildings. General Services walks hand in hand with us as we're developing and planning and constructing these buildings. They do a great job. From your community, we'd like to thank the Bellevue History and Genealogy Club, Bellevue Exchange Club, author and historian Lynne Bachleda, artist Brenda Stein and Beverly Stucker Precious, the Bellevue Harpeth Chamber of Commerce, A Taste of Bellevue organizers and volunteers, Crumb de la Crumb and the Loveless Café, And from the library, I'd like to recognize Catherine Bryant, the branch manager at Bellevue, and her staff. You have a great staff out here in Bellevue. The library administrators who work directly with this project include Elise Adler, who's hiding back there, Larry Price, Tricia Bengal, and Susan Dry. And our Nashville Public Library Board was with us all the way through. Our president of the board, Keith Simmons, is here with us today. The Nashville Public Library Foundation, their president, Terry Hughes, is here. The Friends of the Nashville Public Library, and of course the Friends of the Bellevue Library. This is Bellevue's new branch library. It will be a community magnet for the young and the young at heart. Everyone will come here and learn something, and it will also be a place where friends and neighbors can come to connect and to reconnect. From the beginning, the Bellevue community played an important role in this project. You supported this project through book sales and fundraising events. You gave input on the scope and design of the project. You worked to incorporate local community elements from those different meetings. We built partnerships with the nearby schools. The Bellevue branch certainly does have a long history of volunteerism and those who have made this library a very special place. With this continued support for your library in this wonderful new building, it will be a centerpiece for this growing and vibrant area. I want you to enjoy your library. I want you to come often. I want you to bring your friends. And of course, I want everybody to have a library card and make sure all of their friends have library cards. It is now my pleasure to introduce the chief of our city, truly one of our library's biggest supporters, Mayor Carl Dean.
Well, thank you, Kent, and thank you for all that you do for our library and for our city. I'd like to take a moment to recognize the members of the council who are here, in addition to Sherry, of course. We have Councilman Tigard and Councilman Mitchell from this area, but we also have Tim Garrett, Ronnie Stein, Karen Bennett, Karen Johnson, Megan Berry is with us, and I want to recognize our county clerk, Brenda Wynn, who is also with us. This is a great day for Bellevue, and it's a great day for Nashville. This is a vibrant community. This is a community filled with children and parents, and it is finally getting the library that it deserves. Libraries are some of my favorite places, and I remember the library that I went to when I was a kid in my small town. It was a very important part of my life. It was a place where everything seemed possible, where any dream you had could potentially come true, and the whole world opened up to you. Great libraries make a city better because they promote something that is so precious and so important, and that is literacy. Being able to read and having so many books available to read for free is a wonderful thing. Reading captures and inspires the imagination. It opens up new worlds, new ways of understanding our lives, and the time we spent there stays with us for years and years. Reading is quite simply one of the things you have to be able to do to succeed in this world. You all know that, and that's why there's been such a pent-up demand for a bigger, more attractive, and more comfortable library here in Bellevue, which is growing along with the rest of our city. As a city, we understand this. We are joined today also by Donna Nicely, who is the former director of the Nashville Public Library. Donna, could you stand? Donna was a director when we started work on a new Bellevue library several years ago and got this project underway. I believe this is probably the last opening I get to go to as mayor for a new library, and I want to thank Donna publicly for all that she has done over the years to make Nashville into a great community of lifelong learners. Thank you, Donna, and thank you for being here. As a city, we realize that we have to invest in libraries and other public services to make sure we maintain the quality of life Nashville is known for and to make it even better. That's one reason we created Limitless Libraries, which lets students at all our Metro Public Schools go to their school libraries and order books, movies, and other resources from the Nashville Public Library catalog. The students at Bellevue Middle School across the way have enjoyed using the Limitless libraries. They borrowed more than 1,000 items already this school year. Now those students will have even easier access to everything the public library has to offer. One of the most exciting features of this new facility is dedicated space for middle school and high school students where they can do homework, use a 3D printer, or just hang out. And that's one of the many things that differentiates this from just any branch library. It connects with this community and its history through the stories it tells on its walls and through its artwork, both indoors and outdoors. When you go inside, in a few minutes, you'll see the spirit of a place, an interactive history wall and mapped, curated by local historian Lynne Bachleda, with help from the Bellevue History and Genealogy Club. It's a tribute to this community and everything it's done over the years. In addition to the history wall and other high-tech features of this campus, the library also includes 2 dynamic works of public art and that honor the roots and creativity of the people of Bellevue in several ways. Around the corner, artist Beverly Stucker Precious created a glass and steel learning tree called Great Beginnings. Each glass tree features the first words of the famous line of literature. Ideas came from the more than 47 Bellevue residents who submitted their favorites in person or online. In order to make way for outdoor community space, the construction team had to remove a cluster of trees. Metro Arts turned to Bellevue native and wood turner Brenda Stein to repurpose the tree for a work of art you'll see suspended over the circulation desk and commons. Rise Above uses the theme of birds and trees to illustrate Bellevue's resiliency and the limitless possibilities of books and learning. Brenda is the latest in a series of local artists who have worked with Metro Arts and the National Public Library to transition from studio work to public art. The dedication of these 2 pieces of public art bring our total city collection of 40 works and represent a 700% growth in public art over the course of the last 7 years. The art is beautiful, and so is the building. I hope that you'll stick around this morning for a tour and come back often. Go inside, look at the teen room and the community room, sit with your children, and listen to a story. Check out a book or stay outside, take a walk on the walking paths, and see the learning tree. And if you don't have a free library card, this is the perfect time to get one. It may be the simple best bargain in the city of Nashville. Thanks again. Thanks again to everybody for coming out for this wonderful occasion. And now I'd like to invite Kent, Sherry, Bo, Charlie, all council members, the members of the Nashville Public Library Board and Library Foundation Board, and Catherine Bryant, the branch librarian here, to join me in the ribbon cutting.